Hello, everyone. Um, I know it is late. I know it is very late. I decided to hop on because I feel like this needs to be talked about more. From the title of the video, it says being an advocate for your child. And your child could be, pretty normal, if that's how you want to define them, or they could have special needs, disabilities, however, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's so important for us as parents to always advocate for our child or children. Um, I had to do that. My husband and I had to do that today, this morning actually. And we knew, like, going in, there were a lot of concerns for our son. Safety, his learning, and then the teachers' aides' abilities to do these, to support and teach our son. And for me, I'm just like, man, this is new territory. It's not something that I would normally, take on because I don't like conflict. I'm rather, oh well, let's see how else we can resolve, certain matters. However, when it comes to my son, who cannot verbalize and he can't communicate his needs or what's going on or what's wrong, we as parents have to step up regardless. And even if our kids can, speak for themselves, there still comes a point when they're not being heard, right? Or if they are saying something and the authority figures will not take them seriously. And we as parents have to pay attention to our kids more and try to make sense of all of it, of course. But sometimes we have to take their word for it. Like if they're telling you, hey, I don't like this teacher, and it's probably not even just a teacher, it's probably just they're, they notice certain things about the teacher. Maybe the teacher plays favorites, or the teacher, is probably mean. We have to take them up on that, listen to our kids, and then go figure out what's going on. And then if things continue, you have to take it over the teacher's head. Um, but again, I can only talk about my experience with my son. My son is young, he just turned 6, but he does have autism, he does have a developmental delay, and he has a speech disorder. So again, I have to look at his behaviors. I have to look at how he's responding to the day ahead. I have to look at the reports that the teachers send home. I have to look at these things and say, okay, hold on, this is not normal for him. This doesn't sound right. Um, he doesn't want to get on the bus, which is odd because my son loves getting on the bus. I have to look at these different things. Say, okay, hold on. This is time to, get some more understanding of what's going on. And so we had to do that. And I called a meeting with not only his teacher, but the special education coordinator. The principal was there, his speech therapist was there. I invited his former BCBA. He used to be in ABA therapy. I invited her to come and join this meeting because my child doesn't display these behaviors at home. We really had to stand up for our son and say, hey, this is not him. We don't understand why or what's going on here. Tell us what's up. And then after, they talk and say, well, this is that. Okay, what are some solutions? Let's get, FBA. That's a functional behavior assessment. This is where they gather all the data based on his behaviors, his triggers, things like that. And then they will come back later and compile it into a new IEP for him. Um, and so these are some of the steps that we're taking to make sure that my son is supported in and out of the classroom. Well, mostly just in the classroom now. Um, and so it's not always an easy thing to advocate for your child or your children. You may feel like you don't know a lot. And I mean, honestly, I feel like I still don't know as much as I should, but that doesn't matter. Um, you have a voice. Like, look, something is wrong. You have to be one of those parents who take their kids to the ER. Like, look, my baby is sick. I know y'all ran all these tests, whatever, but I know there's something wrong with my child. I know I'm leaving. I'm not leaving until you all figure it out, type of thing. We have to be there for our children. And if we don't know certain things about their diagnoses or whatever the case is, we have to then educate ourselves. And it might be a lot of medical jargon that's confusing, but ask for help, reach out and see how the information can be broken down so you can understand, what's going on. Um, and it's so much, being in this world when you have, your child with, special needs. It's not easy for them. It's not easy for you. Um, but we have to be there for our kids. We have to. Sometimes we may have to make certain decisions that may, tear us up, but we have to make the best decisions for them. We have to give them the help that they need. And I always feel that early intervention is super important and is certainly needed. We cannot continue to delay them. We cannot continue to deprive them of the services that they may need. I mean, I feel like at least if you're wondering, if you're questioning, you're concerned, go ahead and get an evaluation done. Get it out the way as early as possible, as early as you see some concerns or notice some things. Get it done as soon as possible because the sooner it gets done, the sooner they can get services, the sooner they intervene. They may, come out of, certain therapies better than ever, right? Ooh, excuse me, my boob's a little low. um, but seriously, like this is a serious thing. Um, but yes, we have to advocate for our children. I know for us, I had to keep him out of school until the meeting was taking place. It was about 4 days, but it is what it is. And now I know not every parent can take off work or even have the support to keep their child home, and that's understandable. But maybe there's a way to say, look, I can't keep him out until we have this meeting, but let's talk about a few things first before I send him back tomorrow. Really try to talk to the teacher, talk to the principal, and see if there's anything that they can do, anything that you think will help your child, get the support they need in the classroom until the meeting takes place. Because again, not every parent is able to take off, and it's just that's that real. So I'm definitely blessed when it comes to flexible career or job. So I just again want to pop on here and say you are not alone in this. There's so many of us parents who have children with special needs. Most of them cannot communicate for themselves and they can't tell us what's going on. And so when I say it is so vital that we pay attention to them, their body, their behaviors, what's coming home, who's in their class. Like, we really have to pay attention and, make sure our babies are straight, make sure that they are supported, make sure that they are still loved and taken care of, because some teachers just see them as, another number, um, or just as another student. I don't know. But you really want to make sure that they're taken care of. Like, we're trusting our babies with you all, and we want to make sure that they are protected, that they are safe. They are supported. They are heard, even though they can't talk. We want to make sure also the teachers are equipped. Some teachers say, oh, yeah, I have special education background, but some of their ideas and techniques are outdated or they're not realistic. And there's not a lot of empathy, or it's too harsh, um, or there's not a lot of flexibility. It's either just it's the one way and that's it. So, and sometimes it may break your heart, like, you know what, this teacher is not a good fit, or the school is not a good fit, but always go with your gut because this was not our first choice where we, wanted to send our son, but it was recommended because of the, quote unquote, the resources that they have. So, and like I said, we can go so deep about each and every topic. But again, I'm still learning myself. I had to, where is that? I had to print out my state's special education rules just so, I can get a better understanding so I can see what the actual definitions of some of these terms are. This is like 137 pages. 130. Thank God it was written in the sense of understanding, like, it's broken down. And again, this another way of protecting our babies. Like, look, I know they can receive this. You all can recommend this. You all can, provide this. So make sure you all do your due diligence because all these kids deserve a proper public education. Period. Period. So I think I'm gonna start doing these every Monday. Like I said earlier, I know it came on pretty late. I want to come on earlier, but I was struggling getting up. My son had finally fell asleep, and I'm just like, man, I'm just sitting here and just chilling. And I didn't fall asleep, which was interesting too, because I'm usually asleep when he's asleep. But I think I'm gonna try to do these every Monday night and just kind of come on here and chat with you all and just talk about a few different things with, our kids having special needs, different topics in that, different subtopics from that topic, or just, chat it up. I mean, because this is Mommy's Corner and it's all about us moms, it can be self-care, it can be whatever. But these Monday nights, I definitely want to come in and come in and, kick the shit with you all. So that's all I got for today. I will see you all next time.